World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day to all of our listeners here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This is World News in 5 and I'm your host, Steph Vicente. United States President Donald Trump has called European leaders weak and hinted that the U.S. may reduce its support for Ukraine. The BBC reports U.S. President Trump said in an interview that Europe is decaying, accusing European countries of failing to control migration and failing to take strong action to end the war. He also claimed they are letting Ukraine fight until they drop. European leaders, however, say they are taking the lead. UK Foreign Secretary Yvette Cooper responded that Europe is showing strength, pointing to increased defense spending and continued financial support for Kiev. UK Foreign Secretary Cooper added that two presidents, Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, are working for peace while Russia's Vladimir Putin continues to escalate attacks. Trump has been pressuring Ukrainian President Zelensky to agree to a peace deal, even suggesting Ukraine should give up territory to Russia, which invaded in 2022. Zelensky meanwhile wrote on X that Ukraine and Europe are actively working on detailed steps toward ending the war and are ready to present their plan to the US. Trump's comments come just a day after European leaders met in London to reinforce their joint commitment to helping Ukraine. In other news overseas, the UK Ministry of Defense has confirmed that a member of the British Armed Forces has died in Ukraine. According to a BBC report, officials say the service member was killed in a tragic accident while observing Ukrainian forces test a new defensive system far from the front lines. No other British personnel were hurt. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer offered his deepest sympathy, saying the individual's service and sacrifice will never be forgotten, while UK Defence Secretary John Healey said he was devastated by the loss. It is noted that the UK has never publicly confirmed how many of its personnel are in Ukraine, though it has acknowledged a small presence supporting Ukrainian forces and protecting diplomatic staff. This is the first publicly announced UK military death since Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022. Leaders across Parliament expressed condolences, calling the incident a reminder of the risk faced by those who serve. And finally, in Australia, millions of children woke up on Wednesday unable to access their social media accounts. This comes after the country implemented a world-first ban blocking users under 16 from major platforms including Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, and X. CNN reports the new law aims to protect young people from addictive algorithms, online predators, and cyberbullying. No other country has introduced restrictions this strict, and governments around the world are watching closely. Most of the platforms say they will follow the law by using age verification tools to detect and suspend accounts belonging to under 16s. But many of these companies argue the ban won't necessarily make children safer online. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese called it a proud day for Australia, saying families are taking back power from big tech companies. He said the new rules should give parents peace of mind, but admitted the transition won't be simple. Under the law, social media companies must prove they are taking reasonable steps to shut down under 16 accounts and prevent new ones from being created. Those that fail could face fines of up to 49.5 million Australian dollars. Some kids and even some parents are expected to ignore the ban, but there are no penalties for users who break the rules. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.